In this video, we'll be talking about the top 3 ways to create a website. Hey, what's up? I'm Marc Terribilini, and I'm all about achieving financial independence through real estate investing and online business. So if you're interested in achieving financial freedom for yourself, be sure to like and subscribe and you will not miss a thing. So if you're looking to build a website, there's basically 3 ways to go about it. And we'll start with the most difficult and move to the easier side of the spectrum here. So the first one would be building it from scratch. And this is going to be very difficult, especially if you have no experience, because you have to know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, and possibly some others. But you basically need to be a developer to be able to handle that. Now, if you're starting a business and you're creating websites, you can hire somebody to do that, and that's perfectly fine. But just expect that you're going to have to pay for that. And if you don't pay for it, it's going to take a lot of work to learn that and implement. So keep that in mind. The second option, which would be a little bit easier, would be a CMS. And a CMS stands for a content management system. And there's a number of content management systems available. But basically what that does is it helps manage all your content. So all your images, your blog posts, your security, login, log out, stuff like that. All the different pages you have on your site, the menus and the footer, it helps you manage kind of everything. And that's a lot easier way to go. And I'll kind of go over a few of them that are available here. So the first one, and the most popular by far, would be WordPress. And I want to point out that there's a couple different options here. There's WordPress.com. So WordPress.com actually you pay for, I believe, let's see, yeah, plans and pricing. So yeah, it's cheap, but you pay for it monthly. Because you're basically paying for hosting on their platform. But it's actually free. So that was WordPress.com. If you go to WordPress.org, you basically just download it for free. So you just get WordPress, scroll down, and here it is. You just download the software right here. And so that is by far the most popular. Another option here is Drupal. Again, you can just download it, and it's free, it's open source. And what it means by open source is it's community driven, so anybody can contribute to the software to make improvements, and there's also a large community around it. So if you run into any issues, you can just go open Google and type in, how do I do this or that, and you'll come up with a lot of videos and articles of how to do stuff. So it's a lot easier to find information on it. And that is especially true for WordPress since it's so popular. I mean, you can find a million plugins for that software to do whatever you can almost imagine. So that's one of the great things about an open source community and WordPress specifically because it's so popular. So yeah, WordPress, Drupal, like I said, is the second one. And I would say Drupal is not quite as popular, but it is a solid content management system. If you're going to be using it for like a bank or something very legitimate company, this one would probably be a better bet than WordPress because I think it has a little bit better security. But another option here would be Joomla. And again, this one's free as well. So you just download the software and install it on a server and you're ready to go. I've used all 3 of these. I started with Joomla, and then I used Drupal, and then I finally ended with WordPress. Kind of backwards to what most people do, but I use WordPress now. I think WordPress works pretty well, and that's what I will stick with for now. So with these 3 options, or there's other content management systems out there, but these are the 3 big ones. And to use this software, you need to have web hosting. And so here I just have just like a web host, like Bluehost is one. There's a bunch of different hosting options available out there. A2 hosting, SiteGround, there's a lot of them. But this one's pretty decent, especially if you're just getting started. You can always move to a different host later. And that's what's good about a CMS is you can change where you host your site. If you want, faster speeds or, different features and stuff, you can just switch to a different host and it's not too much of a big deal. So that basically kind of covers what a CMS is. And what's great about a CMS is they are free. So you can just go to the website and download their software. The only thing you do have to pay for is the, like I said here, the server to host that software. The next option would be a website builder. And I have them here. So there's a few of them here. So one here is Wix. And it's basically like just a website builder that's on your browser. And so you can go in and drag and drop kind of functionality. Makes things really, really easy. So this is, like I said, it starts with the most difficult with creating from scratch, and then a CMS, and then these page builders are very easy. But we'll get to some of the drawbacks here in a second. But yeah, these are simple drag and drop functionality. You can use these templates that they have here. So you can let's click on this one here. I mean, you can basically just grab this template and use it for your own website and just put in your own photos, your own text, and everything in here. So that is pretty cool. Anyways, but the difference is there is pricing for these. So you're looking at a minimum of about $14 a month here, just for kind of the basic plan. Another option here is Squarespace, and it's the same idea. It's kind of drag and drop functionality, and they have all kinds of templates. You know, they have restaurants and a blog or portfolio or a business website, personal websites. So all kinds of templates and things you can use to make it very easy drag and drop functionality. I'm not sure what their pricing is. Let's see. That's going to go through a whole thing here. Let's see. I'm not sure what their pricing is. Let's see if it comes down here. Anyways, oh, here we go. Pricing. So it looks like it's about $12 a month for kind of their basic personal website, and then $18 a month for business, kind of up from there. So that is Squarespace. And there's another option here, and there's a number of these website builders available out there. I'm just going over kind of a few of them. Another one is Weebly. Same idea though. All these are kind of the same idea. It's just drag and drop functionality. You can probably set up an online store and sell things. Another good one actually is if you're going to be doing like an online store, Shopify is another one too, because that one's a great way to go if you're going to be selling products, physical products. This is a great way to go. So Shopify is another option there. But like I said, getting to kind of the drawbacks of these is you don't necessarily own the content necessarily. You have to look into their terms, but with a CMS and you have a host for your website, like you own the content on your server, like you own it. These are hosted on this different company's website builder platform, so they kind of run the show. Basically, you can't. Like I said, with a CMS, you can change hosts. You can't really do that when you're using one of these page builders. You have to stay within their system, and you're limited to whatever plugins that they have built and whatever functionality they allow. Whereas with like WordPress or other CMS systems, there's a lot more flexibility. You can use the plugins that are there. You can hire somebody to build plugins or build more functionality into the site. There's a lot more options to build a more robust website when you use a content management system. Whereas with these other ones, there are less options, less functionality, and could be some issues if you want to export your content out to a different platform. I think Squarespace allows you to export like an XML file, which is like all your like content if you've written articles and stuff and you want to upload it to WordPress or something, but it is a major pain. So just kind of wanted to cover that. So with all that said, you know, which one would you choose? Personally, if you're just getting started, I would say kind of between a CMS or a website builder. If you are doing a very, very basic website and you're doing a very simple service website, something like that, where you're just putting down some of your pricing and some basic information, things like that, probably a website builder would probably work for you. But if you're going to be creating a lot of content, a lot of articles, I would tend to lean more towards the CMS way of things. Just so you own your content and you know you're not going to have any issues with that. That said, there is a way to make content management systems a little easier to use, and those would be through the use of page builders. I know there's a lot of terms getting thrown around in here, but basically you can buy these plugins that turn we're going to focus on WordPress here. So let's say you want to build out a WordPress website, but you don't know how to use WordPress very well. You can download one of these external software plugins, install it, and it makes building a website a lot easier than it would normally. So there's a few of them I have here. One is Elementor, and it makes it more like one of the website page builders where it's kind of like drag and drop kind of functionality. And you can kind of see on the screen here that there's different, you can just drag text out, images, you can move things around, the layout, just makes it a lot easier. And Elementor is a great option. It is, let's see, I'll look at the pricing here. So it is free to use at first. There's a free version, but it's very limited. They have like 30 widgets, which is basically like a plugin. But it's very limited, so you can't use pop-ups or form builders. It's a basic theme builder, so it's very, very basic. And basically what they're trying to do is to get you to pay the basically $50 or $49 per year plan, and that's yearly to keep it going. So that's Elementor, that's one option. Another option here, if you're more marketing focused, is the Thrive themes. They have a whole suite here, but the Thrive suite, or Thrive Architect, I should say, is their page building software. So it's the same idea, drag and drop kind of functionality. You can change the layouts and just drag things out, whatever you need. Makes it very easy. But what's great about this system is they have a whole suite of software for for theme builders. You can create quizzes. You can have lead software installed. All kinds of different options here. So that's a great option if you're very marketing focused with your website. And the last one I have here, and there's other ones, but the last one I have here is Divi by Elegant Themes. And this is the one that I personally use, and I'll tell you why in a second here. I'm not sure let's see if we can find the pricing on the Thrive Architect here. Okay, so it looks like it is about $20 a month or $228 a year for the Thrive themes here. And that's every year. So with Divi, it's the same idea. It's drag and drop functionality. You can change the layout, the colors. Everything is very visually intuitive with this software. So this is a great option. And the reason I go with Divi, and I'll show you here now, is if you click on pricing, it's $89 a year, but they have this lifetime access option. And this is exactly why I chose Divi, is because I paid the $250 lifetime access fee, and I can create unlimited websites, and I get unlimited support, unlimited, I can use all their website packs, which is like all their different kind of theme or websites. So they have like these templates in there already. So you can take a template, like let's say they have like a restaurant theme. You can download that theme and then go in there and just make the changes, and it makes it really easy. So it's really nice because you can have like a website like within probably a day or two if you have your content ready. It makes it really nice. But they also have these extras here. So they have Extra is another kind of theme. Bloom is a, I believe, mailing type of software. Let's see, Bloom, an email opt-in plugin. And they also have a social media plugin here as well. So those come free along with it, and all the updates that come along. So this updates, there's always updates all the time, and you get all the updates, lifetime updates. So this is why I chose Divi, and if you're looking to save some money in the long run, this is probably a good way to go as well. So I just wanted to cover all that. Those are all basically the 3 ways you can go about it. You can do from scratch, which would be very difficult. You can use a CMS with Drupal or Joomla or WordPress. And if you use WordPress, you can use these page builders, like I mentioned here, Elementor, Thrive, or Divi through Elegant Themes. But if you want like a very simple drag and drop, you don't really care about the content on the site, you can build another one if you needed to easily, then like Wix and Squarespace and Weebly and stuff like that would be, an easy way to go. So if you have any questions, write in the comments below, and I will be sure to leave links to these products as well, so you can find everything. But if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.